Yo, what is going on? It's the DFS Shark. It is now February 5th, and we are back with another day of some NBA hoops. I'm going to go over the quick recap of yesterday's plays and what happened. But just to give you a quick rundown, right? The YouTube play, or the play that I gave out yesterday, did not do well. I think we only hit one out of four. One of the players did not play, but every other lineup I had crushed it. These are all lineups I gave away in the Discord for free. Those three other lineups, right? So we'll go over that, the recap, and how those lineups did. But if you're new to PrizePicks, if you've never played before, if you're kind of on the fence about joining, there is a code below. Drop that code in that sign up, and they're going to hook you up with a 100% match deposit bonus, right? And to break that down into simple terms, basically, if you throw in 50, they're going to give you 50. You throw in 100, they're going to give you 100, right? So take advantage of that free money that they're giving you, right? Take advantage of it, because tomorrow we got Taco Tuesday again, right? There's going to be 3 discounted lines, and those Taco Tuesdays, all of last year, they hit at about a 80% hit rate, right? So you can bundle those up into 2-man plays. You can bundle those up into 5-man plays, whatever the case, right? Whatever the case, but it is a good week to get started. You have the Super Bowl coming up as well. There is a Patrick Mahomes half-yard special right now that you can use up to $25, right? So you can use that multiple times. And they just dropped a Kelsey discounted line last night. And this one's only available, I'm not sure now, but when they dropped it last night, there was only 13 hours left you could put it in, right? So there's probably maybe 5 or so hours left on this Travis Kelsey line, but his discounted line is from like 70 receiving yards, 259, I believe. I'll throw it up here just so you can see that, right? But the Discord is the spot if you want to get all my lines, right? Like I said, yesterday's YouTube line did not hit, but I give away multiple lines in there, right? And I'm not throwing out 9 or 10 lines a day, right? I have pretty much a schedule in there. If you get in there, you can see the schedule, but I send out lines at a very specific times, and I only play like 3 to 4 lineups max, right? So that's the spot if you want to get these plays early. Like I said, I say this every video, right? It's 100% free, right? You're not going to get in there and then have me trying to sell you on joining my elite picks or premium picks or anything like that. All these picks are 100% free, right? Tracking my wins and losses, and I'm always keeping it real and keeping it transparent with you on the wins and losses as well, right? And with that said, let's jump into yesterday's plays. Let's do the recap. So let's throw that up here, right? So first, our top play, Jaylen Brown did not play. I always bundle my top 2 plays together. So Brown and Gobert. Fortunately, it was a good thing Jaylen Brown didn't play, because Gobert ended up getting 4 blocks in that game, right? So we would have missed the 2-man power play, but we got refunded there. Durant ended up not going over. He got into early foul trouble. He had 4 fouls in the third quarter, so they pulled him early in the third. He didn't even come back until probably midway through the fourth quarter, right? So that really hurt us. Bogdanović had a terrible shooting game, right? He threw up like 7, 8+ threes, right? He just couldn't hit any, right? He couldn't hit any. So that was a poor performance by him. Aaron Gordon ended up hitting on the last game. All in all, this lineup lost for us. But I want to get into the Discord. I want to really show you why, if you want to get these plays, if you want to get some other lineups, why it's good to have a variety of lineups going each day, right? With good bankroll management, of course. This is why it's key in PrizePicks, right? Because one player could mess up a whole line, but if you have multiple variations of different players in each lineup, you have a higher chance, right? You have a better chance of not getting wiped out all of just depending on one play, right? But let's dive in here. Let's take a look at it. All right, so this is the Discord, right? And this is if you get in the Discord, if you join, this is where I send all my plays, DFS Shark picks. And this is just my picks in here. And this is the underdog lineup I sent out this morning, right? If you're looking for an underdog lineup, we have been crushing it. We cashed 5 of our last 5 or 6 days in underdog, right? So this is the lineup I'm rolling out on underdog. This is the lineup we're about to go over right now. Here's a couple of lines I sent out yesterday. And like I said, we hit on all these lineups except the PrizePicks played, right? And these are all, timestamped. You want to go back. When I posted these like yesterday at 9:37, right? And these are some wins that everyone else had in the community, right? People were crushing it yesterday. But let me show you some of the plays I had, right? And these were all posted in here, right? So this was an underdog line we had, right? We ended up hitting 4 out of 5. We just missed the 10x here with Jalen Duran, right? We hit every other play. This is the lineup I call my all sports lineup. So it's a combination of all sports going on every day. But we cashed this one. Let's jump in. Yesterday, I bundled my top 2 plays up there, which were these 2 I hit there. This was the other underdog lineup, right? This is my all NBA lineup. Jaylen Brown didn't play, so we ended up hitting 3 out of 4 here. We had a couple of first quarter plays, right, that we hit on. Jalen Duran killed both those lines, right? But we cashed on that one. Bundled those top 2 plays up again there as well. So we crushed it on underdog yesterday, right? And this was a flash sale discount they had. I posted this in the Discord. James Harden got a great discount. You can see he went well over. And we bundled this up with this college basketball play here, and we hit there as well. And this was the all sports PrizePicks lineup that I gave away. The only thing, this would have been 2 straight nights of hitting back-to-back 10Xs, right? We only missed it by the hook on Sengun here, right? Sengun was the play that didn't hit, right? He just got us on the hook, but everything else we hit. We cashed there. And then also I bundled those top 2 plays up like I always do, right? Because those are the plays I always have the most confidence in. So we crushed it there on the Discord yesterday. So Discord's a spot if you want to get these additional lineups and start running these plays with us, man. But let's get into daily grind here, right? Let's see what daily grind is showing as the top plays of the day. So if you want to throw some plays in your slips, here you go, right? So starting off, they got McCaffrey here, but we're going to go to the NBA, right? I see a Tyrese Maxey under 3.5 rebounds. All right, this is looking like a good play. You can see FanDuel has this at -148, -135 BetMGM. Good odds here, 53.81% chance to hit. Then we got Cam Thomas on a PRA over 30.5, right? Cam Thomas is always a solid play, man. He can score at will, man. He can put up points quick, right? One of my favorite players. Future all-star right here, man. Remember that name, Cam Thomas. But daily grind, this is where I found every single one of my plays yesterday, right? I use a combination of things when I'm finding plays. I don't always just play the top play. Sometimes my plays end up being the very top play, but most times they're somewhere in the middle of the pack. I use like different stats, projections. I weigh all the odds and like that. And that's how I come up with my picks. But I only pick plays that are on daily grind, right? I never go anywhere else to find my picks because there's plenty of plays for you to choose from, and you know you're getting at least a minimum, pretty much a 2% edge on each play. Most of my plays end up being a 3 to 5% edge, which in the long run is going to help you beat the books and beat PrizePicks, right? It is the ultimate key daily grind to winning daily. But if you want to try them out and see if it's for you, drop that code in SHARK at checkout, and they're going to hook you up with 25% off your first month. So an amazing deal that they were able to work with me on. We're able to partner up on that deal. So try that out, see if it's for you, right? If you got any questions about daily grind, how it works, or any questions about the PrizePicks payouts and the best way to use this, drop those in the comments and I'll be happy to help you out. But let's jump into my top plays of the day, right? Hopefully these plays did not change. My number 2 play of the day is going to be Max Strus. And we're going to be going PRA. And the line did get bumped up, right? So I was able to get this at 16.5. And it did get bumped up. And I can see why, because as I was looking at this play, there is amazing value on this play, right? You can see a couple of his games here, he had some pretty much duds, right? But let's dive into Max Strus and why I like him, right? If I'm saying his name, I believe it's Strus. I am not 100% sure, but we're going to go with Max Strus. So close spread here, -4.5 on the Cavs, right? So Cavs are at home. They're playing really well this year. Let's dive into outlier so you can see some of the trends and some of the things to look at, right? Because outlier, you want to look at trends, you want to look at the base level stuff, but you also want to dive into the storyline behind what's going on with the player. Some players, there might not be much of a storyline. If it's like Kevin Durant or LeBron, well, their minutes aren't really determined by other players. But some players like this who aren't the best players in the team, kind of more of just the role players, you want to really factor in other players and minutes and things like that. So let's start off with this trend, right? Last 5, he's hitting this at 60%. His last 10, 60%. Last 20, 70. Head-to-head, he played him once this year in November, and he ended up hitting 28 total, right? He had 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. So an amazing game he had there. And for the year, he's hitting this at 74%, right? And let's dive into the Kings defense here, right? So points allowed, they're 20th in league, so they give up a good amount of points. They're about middle of the pack in rebounds, and assists allowed. They're in the bottom third as well. So they give up a lot of points and assists, and Strus can really rack them up, right? So this is a key part you want to look at when it comes to max Strus, right? So injuries, right? Let's look at their injuries here. Jared Allen is a game time decision, right? So whether Jared Allen plays or not, I'm liking this play. I mean, it does benefit us a lot. If Jared Allen doesn't play, he's going to take more shots. But the key thing I'm looking at here is Tristan Thompson, right? He just got suspended recently, and Strus has played 6 games without Thompson so far now. And so let's go look at games without, right? Tristan Thompson, right? Or 11 games total. So he was out a couple of games in October, right? But recently, this is pretty much since he got suspended, right? You can see from the 24th, and you can see Strus has gone over this line 4 out of 6 times, right? 4 out of 6 times. So keep that in mind. 73% he's gone over with Tristan Thompson out this year, right? Those are amazing odds right there. And he's crushing it on this line. Like right here, he had 27 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, right? So he can go well over 20. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of these 11 games he's gone over 20 total, right? So this is a really strong play, right? And let's just say Tristan Thompson's out. Let's say Jared Allen's out as well, right? In 2 games he's played without them, he's gone over 100%. And let's just see the games without Jared Allen alone, he's been at 80% for the season. So the trends are backing us up. Everything's backing us up when it comes to Strus. I think this line might be underpriced. I think a better line would be right around 18 or 19, but I think we're getting really strong value at 16.5, right? And let's see what RotoWire has this at. So they have him at about 29 minutes, 11, 5, and 3. So you can see they have him right around 19 to 20 points. So they got him well above this line by about 3 points. So amazing value here that we're getting at 16.5. Like I said, it's jumped up to 17 now, but I would maybe still consider that. Maybe not. It kind of just depends on you. I usually don't play full point swings if I'm going to put them in and they've swung a whole point. But that's up to you. Maybe you can get 16.5 on another book, right? And my top play of the day is going to be Claxton here. And this line stayed the same, right? We're going to be going less than 13.5 points on him, right? And you can see here, 4 of his last 5, he's been under this line here. And let's dive into Claxton here, right? So 4 of his last 5, he's been under this line. Last 10, he's been under this line 70%. His last 20, 70%. Head-to-head, he's played them. This was last season, right? This is this season. He ended up putting up 19. For the year, he's been under this line 68% of the time. I don't think there's the only major injuries is for the Nets. Finney Smith's out. Ben Simmons just came back, and he's back out again. Looks like on rest. Dennis Smith game time decision. So I wouldn't even say the Warriors have the strongest defense, right? They are 21st in the league. Against centers, they are 22nd, right? So they're on the bottom third. But this is just a line. It's a juiced heavy line as well. Claxton here, you can see minus 125. DraftKings has that at minus 145, which is really high for one of the best sports books when it comes to player props, right? DraftKings is one of the best sports books. And always take a look at what they're on whenever it comes to you putting in a play. But he's been under this line consistently, man. It's at 13.5. I mean, he hasn't even hit 13 in his last 4 games here. So I'm liking Claxton to stay under this. They have a lot of guys that take a lot of shots on that team. They got Cam Thomas, Cam Johnson. You got Dinwiddie, Simmons if he was playing. But yeah, Claxton, I'm liking him staying under this line here. And is a close spread on this one, I believe. Let's see. Nets are minus 2.5 at home. So Claxton, they got him at 30 minutes and 12.5 points, right? So they're lining up with both of more plays, RotoWire. So I'm liking these 2 as my top 2. I've already bundled these up into a play together. And either of these would be a good play to throw in with the Travis Kelce play you're getting, right? So you got 2 more hours if you're seeing this, right, to drop this discounted line here of Travis Kelce, right? You can see here, because Taylor Swift announced their new album, they're giving him a discount, right? So I'm liking him. He is about minus 190 odds to go over. If you look at the alt line on DraftKings, right? So that's a good play to bundle with any of these, or you can bundle with both, right? But let's stick to the NBA line. The next play for me is going to be Plumlee. So I got him at under 9.5 points. He's gone down half a point on the hook, right? He's a player I like staying under this line here. Coming off a back-to-back as well. They played last night and they're traveling, and he's gone under this line 4 out of his last 5, right? So Plumlee's a play I like here. LeBron James is a player who has not been hitting this trend as much, right? You can see he's only gone over 2 out of his last 3, but he is playing a very weak Charlotte defense, right? They give up a ton of rebounds. They're almost, I think they're top 5 or top 10 worst in the league when it comes to rebounds. I think LeBron James is going to be active tonight and get those boards for us, right? So that's my number 4 play. And then my top play, which I'm liking a lot here, is Dejounte Murray, right? And we're going to be going more than 10.5 rebounds and assists. And he has been absolutely crushing this line lately. The Clippers are coming off a back-to-back as well. So there may be some rustiness involved there, right? But you can see he's been well over this line, right? He hit 12 a couple of times, but he's been at 13 multiple times and then 14 right here. So he's a player I'm liking a lot to keep crushing this line. But these are going to be our plays, man. So our top play of the day is going to be Claxton. Less than 13.5 points. Max Strus, I got him at 16.5. His line has been bumped full point. Plumlee, I got him at 9.5. It's been bumped down a half a point. LeBron, I got him over 7.5 rebounds. And Dejounte Murray, I got him over 10.5 rebounds and assists. Boom. And that's going to be it for our PrizePicks plays of the day. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you're new here, I go over my plays like this every single day. I'm giving you my breakdown. I'm giving you my top 2 plays mixed with my top 5 plays, how I'm going to be running them. And then I give you the update if there's any discounts going on. As you see in the video, there's two Super Bowl discounts going on, right? You got the Kelce one, which is only going to be going on for 2 more hours. So take advantage of that live, right? I would suggest using all 25 if you can. You don't have to be in one play, but if you're running 5-man plays, bundle that up into multiple 5-man plays, right? Also, the Discord is the spot to be if you want to get my plays free. The thing with me, man, is I'm not charging a premium membership. There's no paywall or anything when you join the Discord. There's no paywall here, right? I'm giving away all my plays 100% for free because the goal of this channel is for us to beat PrizePicks together, right? That's the main goal of this channel. It's basically, us, the little guys versus Vegas. That's how I see it. And any way we can get an edge, that's what we're trying to do. And that's why I use these tools, DGF, Outlier, because they really help me get edges. You can see in the Discord, we crushed it yesterday, right? So the YouTube play might not always hit, right? It's one lineup. There's a lot of different things that can happen in 5-man lineups, right? But if you have 4 lineups, right, you have 20 different players. You have a lot more chances to hit, right? And at the end of the day, when it comes to having multiple lineups, it all comes down to bankroll management, right? It all comes down to figuring out how much you have in your bankroll, how much you want to spend per day. And you should, be playing 1 to 2% of that each day. It's not financial advice. This is just what I do. On discounted days like Taco Tuesday, I'll even go up to 3 to 4% because I know I'm getting an edge with those discounts, right? So that's how I play my lines, right? That's how I kind of stick to it. So even on my losing days, I'm not worried about nothing because I know the good days are around the corner and my losing days are minimized, right? And then the winning days are maximized, right? Especially when you hit those 10Xs and those 25Xs, right? But that's going to be it for this one, man. If y'all enjoyed the video, drop a like, drop a comment. It really helps me grow the channel. It really helps me push this video out to more and more people, right? We've been sitting around like 40 likes a video, right? Let's see if we can run that up to 50 plus today, right? Let's see if we can run those likes up to 50 plus. So it just takes 1 second to do. If you've watched all the way to the end, I appreciate you. That's going to be it for this one. Y'all have a good rest of the day. Take care.